So we're gonna tier rank all the cities in the GTA franchise. And no, not the maps, the cities. And we're starting off with a banger, Los Santos from GTA 5. Los Santos is easily the most detailed version of LA we've seen in any GTA game. And this city has a lot of variety. There is downtown, there is hoods, there is suburbs, there are beaches, there's the Los Santos River, there's the more like rich neighborhoods in the northern part of the city. And it's very sunny and colorful, just like LA in real life. But there are also major flaws. The city can feel a bit empty. And that is because there are not many things to do in the city. In GTA 4 there were a lot of activities to do in the city, and here it just feels like one empty bit of blocks. And the buildings are also mostly empty. And I think what this game misses is ambient storytelling. Things that like happen in the city that make the city feel more alive. I think a good example of a comparable game that nails this part is Mafia 2. The city feels so alive because there's so many details in stuff like the buildings, but also in people doing all kinds of activities in the city. And this is something that GTA 5 really misses in my opinion. There are just not many iconic hotspots or points of interests in the city. And that's also because it compares to real life LA, which is very car dependent, meaning the city is mostly built for cars and not for pedestrians, hence the very broad roads. Now, even though this city is very iconic, I cannot put it in S tier, so I will put it in A tier instead. Second on the list we have GTA 3's Liberty City, the first actual 3D city of Rockstar. What I personally really like about this city is that it's very dark and gritty. I don't know, it's just something about it. The city has a few hotspots like the St. Mark's Bistro, and it also has this New York-like architecture which I really like, and the train tracks going above the city. But because it is Rockstar's first 3D city, it also feels a little bit blocky and empty from time to time. But even though it's super iconic, I will put this into the B tier. A little empty, but still very iconic. Next on the list we have Alderney City. I think the least known city in all of GTA. For those of you who don't know, it's the eastern part of the GTA 4 map. And even though you might think it's a part of Liberty City, it's actually a separate city. And we all know Liberty City is based on New York, but Alderney City is based on Jersey City. And even though I love GTA 4 and Liberty City, I just think that Alderney City is a bit underwhelming, especially with Liberty City right next to it. I don't know, it just feels a bit lifeless. And despite that, it's also the hometown of Pegorino, and I don't know what you think about him, but I just think he has a very punchable face. There's just nothing that makes this city feel really special or iconic. I think it might be the least special city in the whole GTA franchise. It's just not very memorable. I mean, you probably forgot about it too, right? And that's why I'm putting this in D tier. Now, Las Venturas. Full with casinos, this city has plenty points of interest. Even though the city can feel a bit empty, especially the more residential areas. But because the desert landscape is very cool and the inner city with all the lights and the casinos just makes up for it. I think it's one of the cooler cities in the GTA franchise, and I think it definitely belongs in A tier. Now, if the city had a little bit more variety and if the residential areas were a bit more interesting, I would have put this in S tier. But I have to differentiate here because some of the cities are simply one notch above the others. And one of those cities is Liberty City of GTA 4. What I personally really like about the city is that it's very gritty and dark. It just sets a certain atmosphere that I really like. But beside that, this city, especially compared to GTA 5's Los Santos, is just more detailed. There are all kinds of alleys, high-rise buildings, internet cafes you can enter, and different landmarks and points of interest you can visit. Now, combine that with the New York architecture and the gritty atmosphere, and it makes one of the best cities in the GTA franchise in my opinion. So definitely S tier. Next on the list we have Sandy Shores, the hillbilly town where Trevor lived. There are some sketchy motels, meth labs, and of course Trevor's greasy ass trailer. Now, it's a typical rural American area, and that's something I really like, in the middle of the desert as well. It was nice beefing with random hillbillies, but the city itself is not much more than just some random trailers, roads, a little bit of sand, and a lake. So that's why I'm putting it into the C tier. Now, San Fierro is one of my favorite cities. There's trams, there's hills, there's cool architecture, there's Chinatown, there's the docks. It's just very unique. I would almost put this city into the S tier. The only thing that holds it down a little bit is that it's very small and it does not have that much variety. So that's why I think this one belongs into the A tier. But it's a very close call. Next on the list is Vice City from the 3D era. Now, this city feels like it's straight from the movie Scarface, with the 80s music, the cocaine everywhere from the drug cartels, the palm trees, the coastline, everything. But I have to say, this city is not very big and it feels a little bit empty. Sure, there is a cool places and there is some variety in the map, like there's an industrial park, there's like a trailer park, there's downtown, more residential areas, but it feels a bit empty. That's why I'm putting Vice City in the B tier, along with the 3D version of Liberty City. Both very iconic and cool in its own way, but still a little bit empty and blocky. Now, I saved the best for last. Los Santos in GTA San Andreas. Now, this city will always feel nostalgic and iconic to me personally. What they just nailed is to get this LA ghetto vibe. They did this so much better than GTA 5, just the whole gang atmosphere was so present in this game. And that's because there's a lot of point of interest and small cool details that make the city feel very lively. It goes for like the buildings, the train tracks, the graffiti everywhere. And there's also a lot of variety between the neighborhoods. If you just compare like Ganton, Idlewood, Jefferson, East Los Santos, all of those neighborhoods do not feel the same. Beside the ghetto, there's also the beaches and the pier, downtown LS, the Vinewood Hills, and go on. Every part of the city is interesting to go through. Nothing in the city is monotonous, especially compared to Los Santos of GTA 5, where that can be the case sometimes. So this one is definitely a no-brainer S tier for me. Now, that was my tier list. Now, do you agree with this tier list or not? Let me know in the comments. I'll leave a link in the description to this tier list so you can make your own.